Welcome back, everybody. We have taken a little snooze overnight. Yesterday we put down our two greenhouses here. We've got all of our greenhouse equipment to help us have something to do during the winter months, hopefully. And today, I think we are going to help out one of our neighbors with cultivating some of their fields. So we have two fields here that we can cultivate, field 9 and field 11. What else could we potentially do? I mean, there's a lot of plowing that we could do. And all we'd have to do is rent one, and then we could plow basically every single field. Sowing's not really worth it, I don't think, and spraying. I think we'll start with the cultivating here. So what we'll do is we'll rent this equipment here, because I think this is the bigger, looks like the bigger cultivator out of the two. And then we'll just accept this field 11 contract without renting the equipment, and we'll use it for both. So I'm going to do that before I forget, actually, and that way I don't screw it up. So we've got that one. We've got that activated, and then we need to just accept the contract here. And our equipment should be down waiting for us. So I'm going to hop in the truck here, and let's go ahead and head down to the dealership, and we can start our cultivating. All right, so here we are. We have made it down to the dealership. This is a very nice looking cultivator that we've got here. Let's go ahead and hook up to this cultivator. I think this is the 8RX, I believe. Yeah, it is the 8RX. Really cool tractor, really expensive tractor, of course, and we get to use it today for our helping out our friend, or our a fellow farmer in the area. So let's see, we got to go to field, what is it, 9 and 11. I better check to make sure. 9 and 11, yes. So it doesn't matter which one, because we can, before we complete the contract, we can do the other field as well. And I think there's 8, or no, 9 and 11. So we actually need to go south here. It's a good thing I looked, because I would actually took a right there, and then we would have ended up going the long way around. So I wonder if this is actually even going to be worth it. I mean, I'm sure, since I'm not really doing much, I don't have our own crops to tend or something like that, you know, it's gonna be worth it, especially because we've got two fields, two contracts that we can do with this one set of equipment. I'm sure there's better ways to spend your time, but if you're just kind of waiting like we are for planting season to come around, it's definitely not a bad idea to try to get some money as well. I think we'll go, yeah, I think we'll back up here just a little bit, and we'll take this way. I think we'll head to, I think, field 11 first, and we'll do that one and see how that goes. Pull in here. I think I'm gonna do the headland first, and then we can do like the classic back and forth. But if we get the headland done first, we'll have some extra room to turn around, as it's pretty tight here on the edges of the field. So let's go ahead, and I think V is the lower. Yes, it is. A little bit of a lag spike right there, and I think we're good. We're cultivating. Looking good. Looks good to me. How big is this field? I don't think this field is actually going to take that long. Alrighty, and there we go. This field, field 11, is all completed. Let's go ahead, and while we're folding this up, I want to see if it is done. So we essentially, we rented the equipment for field 9, so this is going to be all profit here. Now, I can definitely see where you can make money on these contract type jobs. As a solo player, though, I would recommend only doing stuff like plowing, cultivating. I would stay away from like planting and fertilizing, because I think you have to buy the fertilizer for that stuff. And obviously, do not hire workers, because that is going to absolutely eat into your profits. And I don't even think you can turn a profit with, even on the easy difficulty. I don't even think that's possible. The workers just cost too much. But yeah, I think if you stay with the cultivating, the plowing, even if you don't have the equipment, like I'm renting this equipment here, we're gonna come out pretty well in terms of financially, as I got to get more lined up here. Trying to do two things at once. We're gonna still come out way ahead. You know, we're gonna have maybe $9,000 of profit or something like that for a day. And you know, really, this is something that I'll probably do a handful of times in the future, because it is I'm not gonna lie, it's boring when you just do the basic stuff, right? Like just the cultivating or plowing or whatever. But it does give you something to do while you're, like in our case, waiting for springtime. Even better if you have some big equipment. Once I get on a straightaway here, I'm gonna pull up the menu, and I think there's like 9 or 8 plowing contracts available currently. And if you have the largest plow and the largest tractor, you can, you know, brush through all of those so quick. I don't even want to begin to guess at how fast you could do those. I'll get this here I'll get this straightened out here, and we'll take a look, because I think if you can have, or even like if I have this big cultivator, right, I can do a lot of ground rather quickly. You know, I'm going to do both of these fields here probably by 3 p.m. I'm on 6 times the speed. You know, okay, now let's go ahead and check. I just want to kind of line this up straight here, and we'll still keep going. And I want to check how many plowing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plowing. And that's probably, oh man, I don't even know, like $25,000-$30,000 worth of work that you could do. And especially if you have the larger plow, or the largest plow in a big tractor, you know, you can knock those out and easily make that much money in, you know, a couple months or whatever. And depending on how fast you have your time scale set too, obviously. I've been kind of playing with it back and forth here for this. I don't really want to... I try to make it so that there's one episode released per day, instead of having, us like go through real time, and then we're doing a whole bunch of stuff during one day, and then it's unbalanced with a different day. I just kind of want to make things as balanced as possible, and I don't know, we may do some more custom work after this. Maybe I want to do, yeah, I think this is a good investment of our time so far for this day, for this month here. And I think I'm going to give you guys a full time lapse of the remainder of the cultivation of this field. All right, there we go. We have successfully cultivated 2 fairly large fields, and doing it all before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's fold this up. Let's head on back to the shop, and let's see how much money we're actually going to make. I think it's going to be around 9,000 USD, which isn't bad for a single day's work. What a beauty. The 8RX with a, looks like a 310 engine in it from John Deere, and then this cultivator, whatever, Lemken, a Lemken cultivator. It's a great great combo in my opinion. Let's see, we got all the dirt on it. Definitely put it through its paces today. So we got both of these completed here. Yeah, it looks like 4,400 on that one, and then 5,700. We're making a full $10,000 on this today. 10,000, like 10,100, I think total. So I think that was actually worth it. So I think we got to head up to our farm and see if there's any lettuce ready to go. I don't think there will be, but we might as well go check here before we go take a rest for the day. Maybe we're turning in a little early, but I think we've exhausted ourselves today. All right, so we're pulling back up to the farm here. I'm going to be interested to see if we have any lettuce ready to go. If anything, we'll just have like 1 or 2 pallets. I don't think we're going to have very much. Doesn't look like there's anything, though. I know I have them set to produce. Let's go ahead and we'll leave that unhooked for now. Let's go ahead and check up here. Let's see how much we've got produced so far. 237 liters. I don't know exactly how many liters are going to be in one of those pallets off the top of my head, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I gotta close the doors. Yeah, we got those 2. We basically made back all the money that we spent on our greenhouses, so now you could consider that as complete profit, I guess. But I think that's all we're going to do today. It is 3:13 in the afternoon. The one bad thing about being up here in the hills is you don't necessarily get to see a sunset as nicely as if you were down in town, but we'll get down there and expand eventually. We'll get there. We just gotta keep grinding, keep working, and keep on farming like we've been doing. So that's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to stick around, as I think in the next episode we're going to be doing some tree cutting and seeing how much money we can actually make with that. I don't think it's going to be as much as we just did, but it's definitely worth a shot.